The Biblioteca Museu Víctor Balaguer is located in Vilanova, Geltrú, and was founded in 1884 by Víctor Balaguer so as to thank the city for its support during his politician career. Since 2000, the museum is part of the National Art Museum of Catalonia, and the library is part of the National Library of Catalonia. Building. The building was built between 1882 and 1884. It is from the architect Gironi Granelli-Munde, and it is located in the center of Vilanova, Geltrú, surrounded by the railway station. The Superior Engineering's Technical College of Vilanova, Geltrú of the Polytechnic University of Catalonia, and the library of this college. It was specifically conceived as a library and museum, which was unusual at the time. The building is temple-shaped, and it has Neo-Egyptian and Neo-Greek ornamental elements, distinctive details of public architecture in Catalonia at the end of the 19th century, just before the modernism arrived. On the facade of the building we can find the sculptures of the Archbishop Francesc Armenia and the poet Manuel de Cabanes, who were relevant figures of Vilanova at the 19th century. On top of the main entrance it can be read the headwords Surge Ambula. It is also relevant the 19th century garden that surrounds the building. Here we can find the called Santa Teresa's house, place where Víctor Balaguer lived during his stays in Vilanova. Over the years the building has undergone several alterations and changes, but in the last one they choose recovering the original style designed by Granel and therefore recovering the natural light inside the halls. Library. It was conceived to make known, through objects and documents of all kinds, the entirety of the knowledge. His founder contributed with books, magazines and other documents. The founder's intention was to open it to any citizen, without any kind of economical or social exclusion. It was the precedent of Catalan public libraries. The collection's classification and layout answered to an accurate study of the librarian and printer Joan Oliver I. Miller, who studied other European libraries so as to see which the best organization for the new center was. In that moment, it stressed a big table where the readers had at his disposal journals and magazines from different places that allowed them always being informed. Nowadays, there are 50,000 books and almost 2,000 daily publications from between 18th and 19th century. Moreover, there also are around 50,000 letters and several literary and political manuscripts from Víctor Balaguer. All of this turns it into one of the richest bibliographic collections of the 19th century in Catalonia. It also has documents, personal or artistic archives from personalities such as Enric Cristòfor Ricart, Joan Elmeni I. Moya and Eduard Toldrà, as well as the personal bibliographic found of Joan Rius Vila, José Cruzet and the gastronomic figure J. Roig Santacana among others. Collections. As the ancient collectors of the 19th century, the collection is divided into several sub-collections because of Balaguer's multidisciplinary interest. Although the collection's thickness was given by Balaguer, the museum has incorporated and enriched his collections through the years with several donations and acquisitions. Nowadays the museum's artistic found consists of 7,000 different objects, where it clearly stresses the painting and sculpture collection of the 19th century. Since the foundation's year, the Museo del Prado has deposited several works that are changed periodically. This deposit is often made up of Castilian, Andalusian and Valencian paintings from between the 16th and the 18th century. There are works from well-known artists such as El Greco, Francisco Goya, Giuseppe de Ribera among others. The museum also preserves the municipal Catalan painting collection collection of the 19th century that until 1996 was shown at Castel de la Geltrú Art Gallery. 19th century painting and sculpture. In the Arts Gallery Hall there is one of the best Catalan painting collections of the 19th century, with works from Santiago Arsenal, Ramon Casas y Carbó, Joaquim Veyreda, Ramon Martí Alsina, Pau Carbonell and Dionisio Beixeras Verdaguer, among others. It basically shows the founder's original collection and paintings donated by the own artists. The works are shown in chronological order so as to evoke Roma's school about Catalan art in the 19th century. In the hall there also is the Montiliens Park Defense from Joaquín Sorolla, known popularly as the 2nd of May Prado's property. Baroque painting. In the Prado Hall there is an important collection of Baroque painting coming from the Museo del Prado. There are works such as The Holy Family from El Greco and other paintings from Luca Giordano, Bartolomé Esteban Murillo, Peter Paul Rubens, Giuseppe de Ribera, etc. Castilian and Andalusian schools are more represented here than the Flemish and the Italian. The paintings are distributed in 4 big thematic areas: religious painting, portrait, mythology and nature, including still life, 20th century painting and sculpture. At the second floor halls there are paintings and sculptures of the main artists of the first half of the 20th century such as Santiago Arsenal, Ramon Casas y Carbó, Hermenegildo Anglado Camarasa, Joaquim Mir Isidrononal, Francesc Domingo Xavier Noguez, among others. Most of these paintings are small and they were donated to the institution in 1956. The year gives the name to the whole collection as Legate of the 56. Related with the local history, there is a hall with paintings of the old Café Ferment and a little space with works from the Vilanova school. At this floor there is also a contemporary arts collection from the 50s and the 60s with paintings from Albert Rafaels Casamada, Hernández Piojuan, Joan Josep Tharats, Josep Guinovati Bertran, Antonio Saura, and sculptures from Angel Ferrant and Andreu Alfaro, among others. The majority of this collection works come from the first Barcelona Museum of Contemporary Art, founded in 1963 so as to prevent the dispersion of this important collection. Considered as the most complete informalist arts collection in Catalonia, there is a temporary show hall too. Archaeology and ethnography. Egyptian collection. There is an Egyptian hall where there can be found authentic objects from the ancient Egypt. It stresses for its singularity the little mummy of a 5-year-old kid called Nessie, one of the 5 unique mummies that are nowadays preserved in Catalan museums. The museum's Egyptian collection was the first one in Catalonia and was donated in 1886 by Eduard Toderiguel, a diplomatic figure, writer and a close collaborator with Víctor Balaguer with Renaixenca's movement. Some of the pieces of the collection come from Sennagem's tomb in Deir el Medina, where Eduard Toder collaborated. Pre-Columbian collection. The pre-Columbian collection groups objects from the most significant zones of Mesoamerica, especially from the Mexico's plateau, Central America and South America. Most of the pieces of the collection were donated by diplomatic figures and distinguished personalities who traveled to the zone and sometimes took part of archaeological excavations. One of the people that contributed to enlarge these finds was Wilson's Baroness Amelia Serrano. The pre-Columbian objects in Catalonia appeared in the 19th century when sailors and dealers, known as Indianos, came back home bringing curiosities from the Americas. Philippine collection. The collection is made up of objects from daily life, war and religious, coming from international expositions such as the Anthropological Sciences Contest of Paris in 1878 of the Philippine General Exposition of the Palacio de Cristal del Retiro of Madrid in 1887. Oriental Collection. The Oriental Collection is made of 3 big donations from Edouard Toda, Francesca Bella and Juan Mencarini. All of them had a good relationship with Victor Balaguer. This collection stresses the numismatic collection donated by Juan Mencarini. It is made up of his direct purchase in China, and there are represented almost all the dynasties of the Chinese imperial past. It was donated in 1888. Archaeological collection. The archaeological collection is made of 2 big blocks, the foundational donations coming from different parts of the world, and the ones coming from local excavations, especially from Gara, Alt-Penids and Bakes-Penids. The main sites represented are Daro, Solokrop, Majanova, Kova Verda and Kovadik and Saturni. In the foundational donations block there are 2 groups. 1. Donations when Victor Balaguer was alive. 2. Donations after his death until 1939. In the excavations block there are 3 groups. 1. Foundational excavations until 1939. 2. Excavations carried out by the Studies Center of the Library Victor Balaguer, and 3. Excavations deposited at the Museum Balaguer until now. Decorative Arts Collection. This collection is made up of other smaller collections that give a full image of Victor Balaguer's collecting passion. Little but splendid samples that have exceptional objects such as a Mosarabic mortar from the 12th century. Children's Corner. In December 2010, the Children's Corner was inaugurated. It is a new permanent space in the museum addressed to children. Here they can draw and express in an artistic level. Tactile Look. The museum also has a multisensorial module called Tactile Look. It is a tactile interpretation space addressed to everybody but especially adapted and designed for those visitors that have visual difficulties, blindness, or to disabled people. Libraries Bulletin. The Victor Balaguer Library Museum's Bulletin is an annual informative publication edited by the Library Museum Victor Balaguer's Friends Association. It collects information related with the bibliographic and artistic collection from Balaguer's institution. It talks about the library's search and the activities carried out during the previous year at the institution. It is available on the website Rako, Gat, Bibliography, Munos Dimbert, Sylvia, Sergei Ambula, 125 Anis de la Biblioteca Museu Víctor Balaguer, Bonnet Num, 122, p. 56, ISSN 1885-4389. Tralen, Josep Maria, Biblioteca Museu Víctor Balaguer, Guia de les Col·leccions del Museu, Organisme Autònom BMVB, 2001. ISBN 8493143839. Tralen, Josep Maria, Biblioteca Museu Víctor Balaguer, Guia de la Visita, Organisme Autònom BMVB, 2007. ISBN 8492053984. Todraiguel, Edouard. Biblioteca Museu Balaguer, Catalogo de la Collection Egipcia, 1887. ISBN. Bulletin de la Biblioteca Museu Balaguer, 1886, 1887, 1888. Padro I Passeriza, Josep. Catalogue del Museu Balaguer, Collection Egipcia, 1987. ISBN 8439307918. Solanilla de Mestre, Victoria. Catalogue del Museu Balaguer, Collection Precolombina, 1988. ISBN 8439308760. Cid Prieto, C. La Colección Precolombina de la Biblioteca Museu Balaguer A. Butleti de la Biblioteca Museu Balaguer, 5a. Epoca, 3, 1955, p. 3-16. Moret y Mestre, Maggie. Miscellanea Pedicinca, Joan Belmont I Poblata la Secho Arqueologica del Centro de Estudios de la Biblioteca Museu Balaguer, un model local d'arqueologia. 1993, pag. 159 to 175. Jardi I Sola, Eulalia. Butleti de la Biblioteca Museu Balaguer. Setting Epoca, els Fons de l'Extrem Orient and el Legat Fundacional de la Biblioteca Museu Balaguer, October 2010, pag. 29 to 44. ISSN 02126168. Ginés Blasi, Monica, Butleti de la Biblioteca Museu Balaguer. Setting Epoca, Estudi Preliminar de la Colecció de Moneda Xinesa de la Biblioteca Museu Balaguer, October 2011, pag. 115 to 128. ISSN 02126168. Mormenio de Nages, Luis. Els Arqueòlegs del Museu. Els Col·leccionistes del 2001, l'Annie Víctor Balaguer, Laura del Garraf, 4MAIG 2001, pag. Cultura, Mormenio de Nages, Luis. Els Arqueòlegs del Museu. Els Arqueòlegs Recoladors, 2001, l'Annie Víctor Balaguer, Laura del Garraf, 11 Meg 2001, pag. Cultura, Mormenio de Nages, Luis. Els Arqueòlegs del Museu. Els Arqueòlegs Prescientifics, 2001, l'Annie Víctor Balaguer, Laura del Garraf, 18 Meg 2001, pag. Cultura, Mormenio de Nages, Luis. Els Arqueòlegs del Museu. Els Últims Arqueòlegs, 2001, l'Annie Víctor Balaguer, Laura del Garraf, 25 Meg 2001, pag. Cultura, Romani y Guerra Amador. Catalogo de la Sección de Palynologia Ibérica. Biblioteca Museu Balaguer. Imprenta Diari Vilanova y Geltrú, 1917. Rosage Salvo, Mireia, Butleti de la Biblioteca Museu Balaguer. Setting Epoca, el Museu en els seus Origins. Quina Collecció Balaguer abans d'obrir al Museu. October 2009, pag. 39 to 61. ISSN 02126168.